It isn't how many we've had to kill, because Hamas makes sure that they're shielded by civilians. They'll force you to kill civilians if you want to defend yourself.
That is former President Bill Clinton campaigning for Kamala Harris in Michigan, talking about how Hamas just surrounds itself with babies and straps its son. So you gotta kill all the babies. Of course you do. Again, Michigan, home to the largest Arab and Muslim American population in the country. And somehow he thought this would go over well. Oh my God, what are they doing? Once again, there have been 43,000 people murdered by Israel in Gaza at the lowest level possible. Again, the high end of what estimates of how many people have been killed are 200,000. Okay, so again, all of this is still going on as refugee camps are targeted like Jabalia, as children in incubators are being targeted by having the oxygen supplies of their hospitals deliberately taken out, as children are found with bullet holes right into their skulls, like an assassination. Bill Clinton says that. So you can see why some voters might be upset, those who don't like killing children. And here he is about a little bit more, there's a lot more in fact, about why he thinks that at the end of the day, these voters should just get over it.
I understand why young Palestinian and Arab Americans in Michigan think too many people have died. I get that. But if you lived in one of those kibbutzim in Israel, right next to Gaza, and Hamas butchered them. And so then the people who criticize it are essentially saying, yeah, but look how many people you've killed in Ritalin. So how many is enough for you to kill to punish them for the terrible things they did? That all sounds nice until you realize, what would you do if it was your family and you hadn't done anything but support a homeland for the Palestinians, and one day they come for you and slaughter the people in your village? You would say, well, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not keeping score that way.
Oh God, okay, so not only is it awful, it's rambling and it doesn't make sense, but there he is asking Arab and Muslim voters like, hey, what if you had family who was killed? And they're like, yeah, we have. But no, he's only counting the family members of the people who were killed by Hamas. He's not counting the family members of the people who were killed by Israel. It gets worse though. He is now criticizing Americans for criticizing Biden. Just don't criticize how Biden's handled this, in fact.
When I read that people in Michigan are thinking about not voting because they're mad at the Biden administration for honoring his historic obligation to try to keep Israel from being destroyed, I think that's a mistake. Kamala Harris has said that she will try to negotiate an end to the violence, an end to the killing, and a new peace process, and that ought to be enough.
And there you have the audience at least trying to help him out and applauding, saying that she says she's going to negotiate, even though let's make sure we keep it 100. The Biden administration has foregone negotiation at this point because they don't have a partner in Israel. Negotiations have stopped. There's no more around the clock. There is no negotiations to release hostages. We haven't even talked about the hostages in weeks. No, we haven't heard any American official talk about them or their well-being, to say nothing of the people being slaughtered every single day.